Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and I hope you are doing great. So today's video is going to be all about crafting a compelling statement of purpose because this document can really make or break your chances and it's really important to get your SOP right. So without any delay, let's get into it. This video is going to have two sections. One will be about the draft and the other will be about the actual SOP that you have to craft. So the very first question that gets across your mind might be, how do I get started on my statement of purpose? And it's totally normal to feel a bit overwhelmed at first, but don't worry, I'm here to help you break it down step by step. And the key to a great SOP is to start simple and build from there. First things first, I believe that a good SOP needs to be written and rewritten again and again. This means you don't have to get it perfect on the first try. Think of your initial draft as just that, a draft. The goal is to get your ideas down on paper and then refine them over time. The main goal behind writing a draft is that you'll get the idea what things you want to mention in your SOP. Make sure that you keep those 4 main points that are mentioned in the application form to cover in your SOP, which we'll discuss in the rest of the video. The second important thing is to make it interactive. And here is a tip. Start by writing down your ideas for each section and let the reader know what's your story or what drives your academic passion. Or maybe, how will this experience help you grow? Once you have these ideas, you can start connecting them together and make a story out of it and write it into a compelling narrative. And remember that your SOP should reflect who you are. Your uniqueness is your strength. So here comes the third point. Make it unique. Ask yourself the question, what makes you stand out? Try to figure out some unique points in yourself and then try writing that into a compelling story, which will keep the reader go on and read your SOP because it would be an interesting thing to know about, of course. Alright, so you've got your first draft down, great job, but now you might be wondering, what's next? What do I do after the draft? So let's talk about the next steps to turn that rough draft into a polished, powerful statement of purpose. The very important point that I believe a winning SOP might have is that it must be coherent. And what does that mean? It means that the SOP flows logically from one section to the next. Is each point clear and concise? And most importantly, does this draft reflect who I truly am and what I want to achieve? This shows that you are mentioning point number 1 and point number 2, 3 and 4 after that in a very coherent way so that the reader does not think the person who has written the SOP is just jumping from point number 1 to 2 to 3 and to 4. So try to craft it in kind of a story way. Point number 2, as I mentioned earlier, is to make it unique and personal. So I believe that an eye-catching opening statement will absolutely do wonders. Show the reader who you are beyond your grades because you have attached your transcripts already, so they know that you are a great achiever or maybe a person who is really good at academics, but they need to know other stuff as well. What qualities, what skills do you have as a student? And make sure that you create a narrative that's engaging, personal, and memorable. Not a boring story that does not compel the reader to go further, but an interesting one, and try to engage with the person who is reading your statement of purpose. Now, here comes the very important point, which is focus on the 4 key sections, which are your introduction, academic objectives, goals, and reasons for studying in the US. Here's where you dig deeper. So you have to think about a unique experience or perspective that sets you apart. For your academic objectives, ensure that your goals are clearly linked to the opportunities available in the US. The reason this point is really important is because the reader will get to know about you through these 4 key sections. And if you're not answering them properly, then you're not fulfilling the need of that SOP. Point number 4 is interest and personality. So you have to be authentic and share what truly excites you about your field of study. Maybe it's a personal experience that sparked your interest in your field of interest. For instance, mine is biochemistry. So I mentioned what personal experience made me really interested in biochemistry, or a specific research area that you're passionate about. So the key here is to be genuine and reflective. The SOP should sound like you, not just another generic essay. So once you mention about your personal experiences, the reader gets an idea that, yeah, this person is talking about himself. But if you're just saying, I'm an ambitious person and I believe that I have these qualities, there are no proof for you being that person, right? Point number 5, your academic objectives. Now, in this section, you need to be clear and focused, because when you say that you're an ambitious student, you have to show that, because an ambitious student knows what he or she wants to do in future. So you have to be specific about your academic goals and maybe how they align with the opportunities provided by the UGRAD program. Remember, this is your chance to show the reader that you have a clear vision for your academic journey. So here comes the last point. Why the US and how it relates to your future objectives. In this section, you have to explain why you want to pursue your studies in the US and how it connects to your future objectives. Is it because of the research facilities, the diverse academic environment, or the opportunity to experience a different culture? So you have to make it clear how studying in the US is not just a random choice, but a strategic step towards your long-term goals. Before we wrap up, remember that your SOP should be inspirational. You're telling your story, so let it be passionate, focused, and full of purpose. I hope these tips help you in crafting a statement of purpose that truly reflects who you are and what you aim to achieve. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up or even share your ideas in the comments section. And also let me know if you need more guide videos regarding UGRAD program. Thank you so much, good luck, and see you in the next video. Bye!